Big tech is getting even bigger in the age of coronavirus. COVID-19 fears have us embracing Apple, Amazon, Google, and Facebook even more, even if the company's financial prospects remain up in the air. COVID lockdowns have people turning to technology to stay connected. But that doesn't necessarily mean they'll give big tech firms a free pass once the crisis is over. For the most up-to-date news and information about the coronavirus pandemic, visit the WHO website. Big tech is having a bit of a boom. As hundreds of millions of people have been sheltering in their homes in hopes of slowing the spread of the novel coronavirus, tech's become an even more indispensable part of our lives. That's led to greater power, wider-reaching influence and more profits for tech companies that were already among the most powerful in the world. Apple, Amazon, Facebook and Google each reported financial results in the past week with profits and revenue that, while lower than what they could have been before the coronavirus tipped us into a worldwide recession, were still huge. Investors still had to hear that Apple's iPhone sales fell, that Google's and Facebook's advertising revenue dropped, and that Amazon is spending big to keep warehouse workers safe. But there were bright spots too. Most telling, each company found that its respective niche in our lives has become more important during lockdown. Many companies saw their app stores, video services and games, often seen as side businesses, take on new importance, as people seek new forms of entertainment and ways to connect. Once boring businesses like the video chat app Zoom have become cultural touchstones, sparking competition with Microsoft's Teams video chat and Google Meet, which are giving away limited access to consumers to become the next go-to when setting up a birthday party or digital hangout. If everyone's suffering financially a little bit, and we have a lot of time, it's a great opportunity for them to throw a bunch of free stuff at us to get us hooked, said Roger Kay, an analyst at Endpoint Technologies Associates. We can't rely on this stuff. Video, contact tracing explained how apps can slow the coronavirus. What this will all mean when the crisis is over is uncertain. Before the coronavirus, lawmakers around the world were mulling regulations designed to rein in the awesome power wielded by these companies. Those rules could include privacy laws that restrict advertising businesses. Law enforcement agencies have threatened device makers, demanding a way to crack into a suspect's iPhone. Meanwhile, the Department of Justice, Federal Trade Commission and others are looking into potentially breaking up Apple, Amazon, Google or Facebook. But those concerns have largely faded from the public as most consumers worry about getting sick or where their next paycheck may come from. Analysts say the companies are flexing the power. The most dramatic example of this was when Apple and Google announced plans to build coronavirus tracking technology into our phones, potentially helping warn people who may have been close to someone later found to be infected.